Imagine a world just like ours, but with a little bit of magic. A world where your neighbor might have fox ears, your classmate can have dragon wings, and the biggest pop star on the charts is a cat girl. This is the world of Kitsune, Ryu, and Nico. First, meet Kitsune. She's a sweet, shy girl with fluffy fox ears and a tail she always tries to hide under her school uniform. For her, high school isn't just about homework and crushes. It's about enduring the whispers and taunts in the hallway. Fox freak, they'd mutter, just loud enough for her sensitive ears to catch. Every day is a struggle to just be invisible and not give them another reason to point and stare. She spends her lunches alone, sketching in her notebook, creating worlds where she doesn't have to hide who she is. Her art is her only escape, a place where being different is beautiful. Then there's Ryu. He's a dragon boy, strong and proud, with scales that shimmer like obsidian on his arms and back. You'd think being able to breathe a little puff of smoke would be cool, right? But for Ryu, his strength is a curse. At the factory where he works, people flinch when he walks by. They see his power not as a gift, but as a threat. He's constantly holding back, afraid that one wrong move, one flash of his true strength, will confirm their worst fears. He's been called a monster so many times, he's starting to believe in himself. He just wants to be seen as a person, not a weapon. And finally, there's Nico. She's living the dream. With her boundless energy, catchy songs, and cute cat ears, she's shot to the top of the pop charts. On stage, under the dazzling lights, she's a superstar, adored by millions. But behind the scenes, her world is crumbling. Anti-demihuman sentiment is on the rise, and powerful voices in the media are calling for her to be canceled. They say she's a bad influence, unnatural. Her record label is getting nervous, suggesting she hide her ears, tone down her cat-like energy. Nico is faced with an impossible choice: compromise her identity to save her career, or stand tall and risk losing everything she's worked for. These three, living separate lives, are all fighting the same invisible battle. Kitsune is bullied for being the timid, Ryu is feared for being the strong, and Nico is targeted for being too visible. Each of them feels completely alone, trapped by a society that doesn't understand them, and worse, doesn't want to. Their individual struggles are reflections of a deep-seated prejudice that is simmering just below the surface of their world. They've tried to fit in, to be what everyone else wants them to be, but it's a losing game. The world keeps reminding them that no matter how human they feel, they will always be seen as other. The tension that had been bubbling under the surface for so long finally explodes. It starts with a protest organized by an aggressive anti-demihuman group. Their signs are filled with hate, their chants echoing through the city streets. Humans first! They scream! The protest turns violent when they target a community center known for supporting demihumans, the very same center where Kitsune takes art classes and Ryu sometimes volunteers. News channels broadcast the chaos live. Windows are shattered and people are hurt. For Kitsune, watching the violence unfold on her screen is terrifying. She sees the place that was her only sanctuary being torn apart. But then, something inside her snaps. Fear gives way to a fierce, protective anger. She can't hide anymore. Grabbing her sketchbook, she runs towards the chaos. Ryu is finishing his shift when he hears the news. He sees the fear on his human co-workers' faces, the same fear he sees every day directed at him. His first instinct is to go home, to stay out of it. But then he sees an image of an elderly demi-human being knocked to the ground. That's it! He's tired of being afraid of his own strength. Tearing off his work shirt, he races towards the downtown area, not as a monster, but as a protector. Meanwhile, Nico is in a crisis meeting with her managers. They rave begging her to release a statement condemning the protest, but also distancing herself from the demi-human community. It's a calculated PR move. But as she watches the live feed, she sees the faces of her fans, both human and demi-human, caught in the crossfire. She realizes her platform isn't just for selling records. It's a voice. She storms out of the meeting, grabs a microphone, and heads straight for the heart of the conflict. Their paths converge in the middle of the square. Kitsune arrives and starts frantically sketching the scene, capturing the raw emotion, the hate, but also the acts of courage. Her art becomes a real-time testament to the truth. Ryu appears like a guardian, using his strength not to harm, but to shield the innocent, creating a barrier between the protesters and the terrified citizens. He deflects thrown objects and stands firm, a living wall of defiance. Then, Nico leaps onto a public fountain. With a borrowed speaker, her voice cuts through the noise. She doesn't sing. She speaks. She talks about fear, about being judged for who you are. She speaks not as a pop star, but as a person, her voice shaking but resolute. She pleads for understanding, for empathy. For the first time, these three separate souls are united. The shy artist, the feared strongman, and the famous pop star, all standing together. Kitsune's drawings, shared instantly online, go viral, showing the world the truth behind the headlines. Ryu's protective stance becomes an iconic image of defiance against hate, and Nico's impromptu speech is broadcast everywhere. A powerful call for unity that no one can ignore. They don't win the fight in a single day, but they ignite a spark. They show the world that they will not be silenced, they will not be erased, and they are stronger together. In the aftermath, the world isn't magically fixed. Prejudice doesn't vanish overnight, but something has shifted. Kitsune's viral artwork inspires a wave of pro-demihuman art and storytelling, creating a movement of empathy. People start seeing the faces behind the labels. Ryu becomes a local hero. The video of him protecting civilians changes public perception. His co-workers start seeing him not as a monster, but as a brave man. For the first time, someone pats him on the back and says, "Thank you." It's a small gesture, but for Ryu, it means everything. He starts a neighborhood watch, using his strength to protect everyone, human and demi-human alike. Nico's career, against all odds, skyrockets. Her speech for unity resonates deeply with the younger generation. She becomes more than a pop star. She becomes an icon for social change. Her concerts are now rallies for acceptance, places where humans and demi-humans dance and sing together, celebrating their shared humanity. The three of them remain connected, a strange but powerful trio: Kitsune, Ryu, and Nico. Once isolated by their differences, are now bound by their shared purpose. They started a conversation, a difficult but necessary one. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that change doesn't come from one grand event, but from countless small acts of courage, empathy, and understanding. It's a long road ahead, but for the first time, it's a road they are all walking together towards a future where everyone, no matter who they are, can belong. Thanks for watching our story unfold. If you believe in a more inclusive world, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this message. Let's keep the conversation going.